briefcase to him. Yes? What is it? How is it? So this realization,
entire psyche is different.
Gave an idea that we must promote through exhibitions. It was expensive, yes. Exhibitions are never cheap. That was 90. That built up our kind of towards exhibition. And then in 1997, a nice thing happened. A friend of mine from Delhi, he said, I am taking part in Hannover Messe, Germany. Would you like to come along with me? I said, absolutely, like, as a visitor. And why I accepted that, because as I told you, Crompton Greaves, they were our exporters. So they used to display these products in Hannover.
In their store.
In their store. The Crompton Greaves had two divisions. One was their own products and other was NCG, they would call it, non-Crompton Greaves products. So I went there. The first thing I did, reaching the fairgrounds, keep my briefcase on this sling bag at this friend's booth, ran to Crompton Greaves stand. Where is my product? In Germany it's been displayed. So they had made a very odd kind of display, a glass floor, 6 inches high, 8 inches high. Products were kept, all products below. And literally my head fell. I can't see this product. A German 6.5 foot guy, how will he see? I'm a short man, I cannot see. What is this? So, I thought, when this friend of mine from Delhi, he can take part in Hannover Messe, why not me? Decision was made to take part in 98. So in 98, with all the display materials, etc., how do you say, you do it yourself kind of things. Made out of sunboards, as they call it, and pictures. 98, we go and display, and we are like, come on, we have come to sell the products in Germany. 6 days exhibition. We thought it would be like Electrama, when hundreds of people are coming to you. Big proper.
No inquiry.
People were not looking at you, they were looking through you. I mean, what is it? Then the coin dropped. Perhaps this is not what is required here. So we analyzed. Our range was incomplete with accessories. Our display was shoddy. So these things, and we interacted with few people. See, your display has to be very good. Display in the sense, not that display as in display, but it should have some eye catcher. So I learned this term, eye catcher. If it's a good looking thing, maybe somebody comes inside. If it is, and we realize, like, travel is so expensive, staying there is so expensive in Europe, and you cut down costs on the display. So there we learned, you must have a display, good quality, and it started. Exposure next year was far better, after that far better. What started happening to us was interaction with, we found this ground was place where people from different parts of the world come there. So we got distributors from Chile there, Australia, all far-fetched places. And then when you go there and see the competition, very nice technological products, you learn, it's experience. Then talking to, yes, sometimes there's a term used here that we are carried away with white skin. But believe me, let me correct it. It's not a skin or something. It's a different culture. We unfortunately are from different culture. We do not realize that something, if it is okay, then it will be picked. There we saw how they were making the displays. 3 people putting up a poster, one guy standing, another guy making with a set square, putting it right. It never happens here. It's not just white skin, it's just industrially advanced countries. So there's nothing wrong if we follow from the industrially advanced countries. This was the great learning. And technology. What do overseas customers want? They want compliance to international standards. That created back pressure. So we went in for UL approval. UL approval is Underwriters Laboratories of America. CSA, Canadian standards. VDE, German approval. CE, conforming to the European. S mark, a safety mark. All these things came up. So this back pressure, when you have to qualify for this, you need a good equipment to do this. I'm very sorry to say here, I'm pained. If you want a good injection molding machine, you either have to go to Germany or you have to go to Japan. We have good manufacturing here, but the consistency and the reliability of the component. So all these things, you can link it, thread it up.
And which means more and more investment, more and
Yes.
more longer commitment.
Yes.
And you may not get profits or orders immediately the first year or second.
Yes.
So one really needs to have a lot of commitment.
So this is again, I mean, I don't know, you need to be crazy or you need to have lots of money. Some PE adventure guy standing behind you, 10 years, do anything, come on, I'll give you money. I don't know whether you have this kind of people or not.
They're all into me.
So as a philosophy or as a practice, there's always a temptation of this, I don't know whether it was 3%, 5%, these investments
Yes.
in R&D, in exhibitions, in investment in better machines and, better standards. Do you have some kind of an advice or a thumb rule as what kind of investment one continues to do, which otherwise could very well qualify as net margins or something like that, which is a temptation for all of us, which you kept doing and that somewhere contributed to the growth that we see today?
This will need a little bit of technicality, as we call it. There's one term I have coined, it's my term. Compulsion of quality. So and so standard wants so much torque, strength. So you have to have that. The component is being manufactured through vendors. When you are on a small scale, you cannot afford an expensive equipment. So there what it could happen is you need to tighten your observation or quality control. So you spend more in quality control. You have a batch of 1,000, it shows statistically something, let's say 4 pieces bad, AQL says 2, all 1,000 is out. So you have batch of people standing and doing this 1,000. On those lower scales, this doesn't look like any cost. It looks like a smartness. But there will always be a manual thing slipping in. So this is a very paradox. Either I have an expensive equipment which reduces probability through stage-wise manufacturing, which would involve so many workmen. There will always be sometimes, this paradox.
Trade-off.
Watch what first. I remember year 2000.